So you're looking to move to Metro Detroit, Michigan, and that's super exciting, but you might not be aware of the issues that might come up in your property inspection. This video is going to go over the most common things that you might see come up as an issue or a repair that's needed within a Michigan property inspection. I have closed hundreds of transactions and I've attended hundreds of property inspections, and these are a list of the most common things that we see come up most often, and they're most specific to Metro Detroit and the Michigan market due to a handful of different things. And so we'll jump right into that and go over all the details of what might be something that is a red flag that we might need to walk away from, and what are some of the more common things that are easy fixes and that we see most often. So let's jump right into it. My name is Nick. I'm a top producing real estate agent here in the Metro Detroit market. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell button so that you can be notified of any up and coming information about Metro Detroit and the surrounding area. My team and I have helped hundreds of people move into Michigan and around the Metro Detroit area. So if you are one of those people, feel free to reach out to us. Our contact information is in the description below. Feel free to call, text, or email. We'd love to talk to you, whether you're looking to move in 10 days or 10 months. Feel free to get a hold of us and we would love to help you make that move into the Metro Detroit area. So as I mentioned, if you've never lived in the Michigan area or the Metro Detroit area, you might not be familiar with some of the things or the issues that could come up out of a property inspection, and inevitably things that could happen down the road in your home, things that you would have to maintain, whether it be yourself to repair and fix yourself or to pay someone else to do. So I want to make sure that you are aware of some of those items. Again, it's going to be things to keep an eye out for in the inspection that might be red flags that say, hey, you know what, this might be too much to take on. It is a big issue. Or it could just be minor common things that are easily resolved and seen very commonly. Myself and my #1 recommended inspection company, Elevate Inspection Group, have come up with this list to provide you. So let's jump right in with #1, which is mold in the attic. I can say without a shadow of a doubt that this is the most common issue that I see come up on an inspection report, and it will show as organic growth. The reason for that is because they didn't actually test the organic growth on site, but in most cases it is considered to be mold. And why this happens most often is a number of things, and a lot of things on this list can be drawn back to this one problem or fact, is that there is change in seasonality in Michigan with fall, spring, summer, and winter. And so with that, you have different airflow, you have different temperatures and moisture levels. And so mold or organic growth in the attic is something that is very common. Oftentimes it can be resolved by just getting a solution off of Amazon. You go in and scrub, repaint, and it's solved. Or you can send an actual mold remediation company into the property. Depending on how much mold is in the attic is going to determine whether we should move forward, walk away, ask for repairs, or for it to be fixed, and so on. The second most common item is compact insulation. This is in the attic space, and compact quite literally just means packed down or packed in, not sufficient, it's thin, so you're not getting the most utilization out of the insulation, which could cause your energy bills or your gas bill to go higher because the house has to heat itself more than it normally would. The third most common item or issue that comes up in Michigan inspections would be pest or animals in the attic. This is due to poor vent screening or chipped away or broken siding. Don't know if this is a Michigan thing specifically, but I do know that within Michigan we see this commonly. And again, it's because of no attic screens on the side of the home getting into the attic, and so pests and birds are able to get in, or squirrels. We just want to make sure that you're closing off all access points. Item #4 would be moisture in the basement. Again, with the change in seasonality, humidity, moisture, and different temperatures, it is very common to see moisture stains in the basement, whether it's on the walls or the ceiling. And oftentimes we will also see water that has seeped in through the foundation underneath on the floor of the basement, because during the winter the snow will freeze and everything on the side outside of the foundation underneath the ground freezes. By the time it thaws in the summer, some of that water has to go somewhere, and so sometimes we'll see small leaks coming through the basement. One of the biggest things that you can do, and the most beneficial thing you can do, is to actually waterproof the basement, and there are numerous reputable companies throughout Metro Detroit, Michigan. A quick Google search will get you there. Just make sure to read reviews, check pricing. It's one of those things where you get what you pay for. You might not want to go top of the line. You might not want to go very bottom of the barrel either. Try to find something that works for your price range and your budget. Number 5 is considered typical cracks in walls or driveways. Again, change in seasonality. In the winter, you're going to have snow or rain that falls and then it freezes and sits inside the cracks. When it freezes, it's going to expand. And so if you do have existing cracks within your driveway on the exterior, whether it's sidewalk, driveway, maybe some of your brick walls on the outside and the brick and mortar, when that water gets in there, freezes and expands, it's going to push those cracks even bigger. Nothing to be concerned about, just something to keep an eye on. Item number 6, I've lost track, I think we're on item number 6, would be roof damage. Again, change in seasonality. We have the seasons, and although it's beautiful, you have beautiful summers, we have colder winters, but it's beautiful with the snow. With all of the rain, snow, sleet, hail, the weight of the snow sitting on the roof, all of these things can over time start to deteriorate the roof. It's also very common to see trees and branches hanging over the roof. If you're in an area that has, whether it's a foresty area or you back up to woods, or even if there's just trees throughout the community, it's very often to see branches or tree debris that are on top of the roof and over time can deteriorate some of the shingles. Item number 7 is siding damage, and this can be caused by numerous things, whether it is heavy winds, the change in seasons, the rain, snow, sleet, things that we talked about there. It could even be maybe the barbecue got left alone for too long and it went up in flames and burned some of the siding out of the side of the house. I mean, it could literally be anything. Item number 8 is exterior paint and caulking around windows and doors. You might start to catch on to the theme here, but with the change in seasonality, you will have different exterior or weather related items that affect the property. And so you want to make sure that you're just keeping close tabs on it. Make sure that you're doing a semi-annual and annual, maybe once a quarter checkup on the exterior of the home, just to make sure that everything is in working order. And one of those things is chipping paint, which we want to make sure that you have paint covering siding and any wood, because paint is actually a layer of protection from any moisture damage or water damage. And then caulking is going to ensure that not only is there no airflow coming into the home through the windows and doors, but again, it's also a protective coat from any water or moisture damage that might take place. Number 8 would be brick and mortar repair or damage at the chimney around the cap. So again, anything on the exterior, we just want to keep a close eye on. It's nothing that is a red flag unless you don't have a chimney cap for an extended period of time and snow or water is getting into the chimney, which could be going into the actual home itself. You just want to make sure that you're keeping a close eye on those items. Item number 10, and we kind of touched on this earlier, is leaks in the basement. So we talked about moisture in the basement, which is due to change in seasonality, humidity, and moisture. But actual leaks or water in the basement is the last item that we most commonly see in inspections, and that you want to watch out for in the future, as well as when you're going through the property to take a look at it or during the inspection. So again, I've helped clients close hundreds of properties just within the last year alone. And these are things that we see most common. Not always big ticket items or red flags to push you away from the deal, but definitely something to keep an eye out for during the inspection before going under contract and you're showing, during the inspection when you're under contract, and then once you've actually moved into the home to make sure that everything is good moving forward. And should you want to sell in the future, it's things that you want to be looking out for and making sure that you've taken care of so that the next buyer isn't going to come back and try to negotiate with you. So if you're looking to move into the area, again, whether it's 10 days or 10 months from now, or maybe you're already under contract and you have any questions, we'd be happy to help. These are all things that we talk with our clients about prior to going under contract, especially during the inspection period when the report comes back. And then it's something that we help. We have resources to be able to help you down the road should some of these issues come up and you need someone to come make a repair or to make a renovation on it. Again, our contact information is below. Feel free to call, text, or email. We'd love to chat with you and love to help you make that move into Metro Detroit, Michigan.